we're Berry Blind, and this is our sprint review. So we're going to do an overview where we go over our problem statement, our team, our MVP, the research, and like a short demo. So I'll pass it over to Juhi.
So the overview for this project is that our problem space that we chose was burnout among women and non-binary individuals in the tech industry. Why we chose this problem space is because our choice was to address burnout among women and non-binary individuals in tech. It's driven by a deep commitment to inclusivity, mental health advocacy, innovation, and a belief that the workforce should be diverse, and it's essential for the industry's growth and also the individual's success and career growth. So this issue was not only evident through extensive research, but it also resonates with the values and the mission for our team. Our squad is, I'm Juhi, I'm a product manager alongside with Rocha. Our designers include Rebecca and Elgin, and our developers are Erna, Katie, and Ty.
So for design, we did user research, and a lot of it focused on this survey that we sent out. We surveyed 9 participants, and they all said that they had experienced burnout at work. Just for time's sake, like, I'm not going to read the quotes, but I can share these later. But basically, burnout at work sucks. And so then another question in our survey was, if you could design a website to help with burnout, what would it look like? What features would it have? And so I highlighted some from the list here, like self-evaluation, self-help resources, resources to calm down, reminders to take a break, ways to measure, a lot of resources on the website to help with burnout. So I'm going to pass it over to Rosha.
So one of the things we really wanted to do is pull patterns from the survey to determine what features people needed. But we also wanted to be realistic with our time frame. And we had to cut out some of those things because we wanted the least amount of work for backend. So we agreed that there would be a questionnaire that determines whether you're having a low or high burnout. And it gives a recommendation based on the level of burnout for you that are all scientifically proven activities that would help with your mental
health. So now we're going to do a quick demo. Katie, do you want me to keep sharing?
Yeah, that's fine. We don't necessarily have to click on the website, but this is like the URL for our website. The styling portion of it is still in the works, but we have the routes set up. We would have a greeting, and then we'd have a button underneath that would take you to the questions. But we can go ahead and pop over to the Figma file. So this overall is what the website would look like. You would come to the landing page, and it would greet you, whether it be morning, afternoon, or evening. And then our users would press the purple Get Started button, and it would take us to that middle page, which is our questionnaire page. And we are using React to build this as well. So we are working on like question components upcoming, and then also we are probably going to be using state hooks in order to change the states of the buttons and also accumulate points. So each of these questions, there is like a point system to how we're doing it. So if they get a 1, so if they choose a 1, it's so many points, choose a 5, it's so many points. We'll accumulate those points based on how we have divided up the scoring system for the questionnaire. It will then give our user, once they complete the 5-question questionnaire, it will give them resources and activities that they can choose from based on how they score. So if there's somebody with more of a high level burnout, we may give them some simple activities or exercises that they can add to their calendar or just add to their day to help work them out of the funk of burnout. Or if they're a little bit more on the lower scale of burnout, then we would give them maybe something with a little bit more high energy to incorporate into their day. Being a mom myself, and even just in general, a working woman in the regular everyday adult life, burnout is real. So even if it's just a few minutes a day, that is enough for most people. So our goal with that is really to just give them something that is doable within their day and also be able to add it to their calendar. So even if they can't get it done in that very moment, they can at least do it later on in their day. But yeah, from there, they get their score and then we can add it to the calendar and go from there.
Thanks, Katie. Rosha? Or sorry, I think this is Rosha's slide.
I got you. No worries. So sprint 2, we're really focusing on the resources page and the recommendations page. Those are two options. The recommendation page will give you 3 activities that you can utilize. And the resources page is if someone doesn't want to do the questionnaire but wants to see all the options. Sprint 3, we're really going to be focused on being mobile responsive and have all the functional interactions on all pages.
That's it for our presentation. I think I have no idea how much time we took because I can't see the chat.
Yeah, I know.
So.
You have 1 minute and a half. So yes, great job. Any questions? Yeah, go for it.
I can kick it off with the question, and maybe I missed that. Can you talk more about maybe what other features that you think would have been really powerful that you maybe had to rule out because of the scope?
I can take that one if everyone's comfortable with that. One of the features people repeatedly said on the survey was they wanted to gamify and they wanted a mood tracker. So they wanted to be able to see what how they were feeling throughout the month, but that would require users and a backend. So we weren't able to do that. And in terms of gamifying, we were thinking about like how many interactions that would require on a screen once an activity was completed. And again, to track the activity, it would require a user. So those are 2 things we had to cut out.
Nice. Can you see how those would fit into like your existing app if you were to continue to build out your product after the MVP?
Yes, of course. We were really hoping that later on we would be able to get some user updates.